Good evening. Can you all hear me? Confirm? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Pute, confirm you all can hear me.
Yeah. Yes.
Good evening. I think there's a settings problem. Can you all hear me, Pute, now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, right? Okay. You could hear me earlier as well, right? Because I couldn't hear you before. I think there was a settings problem. Yeah. So how are you all doing? And who started their school? Like history at schools? And can I know a few things? How is it going?
Sir.
Do you understand everything now? Or how is it like? Are you enjoying this class? I'm actually waiting for this class every week. Yeah. Like I'm waiting for Thursday every week. I can't wait for Thursday every week, right? I'm so excited every Thursday because this is the look. I taught in school in back in 2000. Yeah, I wasn't teaching after 2021. So it's been 4 years since I last taught a grade 7 class. So after some time, I'm starting this class. So I'm excited for a new class. Always grade 7. I really enjoy teaching for grade 7. So yeah, I can't wait for it every week. It is gonna be the best 1.5 hours in my week. Yeah, teaching you guys. Yes. Okay. So who started their school stuff? Can I hear some students? Yeah. Who started their school history lessons and how is it going? Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your ideas. What do you feel?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Uday. Yeah.
We
Who's
are
it?
going the 10th page activities.
Oh, 10th page.
Yes.
Okay, that means you are a little kind of taken off, right? 10th
Yes,
page.
we have
Okay.
been doing
Now we can
activities
catch up,
only.
hopefully. Yeah, we will
We
catch very
finished
soon.
Chena cultivation.
Only China cultivation so far. Okay. Now, do you understand everything? Like you answer the teacher when she asks, he or she asks questions, everything. You understand everything now, and when that is going on, tell me about like how you feel about it. Yeah, it's easy for you to understand, or how is it like overall?
Easy, sir.
You understand everything now? Yeah. What is in the book?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. I have some chats. Let me read them. Okay. Give me a minute. Due to sports meet, we couldn't do properly in my. Okay, of course, yeah. Sport meet season, right? Until March, until April. Some schools, sport meets are in April. Yeah. So not much work is done these days because you engage in your athletics and stuff, right? Sports. Those who are doing sports, they have their games. I also used to do all those, when I was at school. I never miss any sport meet. I used to run. So when I was in grade 9, I started 400 meters and yeah, 400 meters. Then when I went to grade 10 and 11, 400, 800. Yeah. Then in my A levels, I ran a little long distance, 1500 meters. Yeah, I never miss athletics at school. Yeah. So yeah, I know what you are going through. Grade 7, you like to stay outside. Yeah, that is how it is. So we will go slow and steady. We will go slowly. We will catch up anyway. If we are behind than your school, we will catch up anyway. By August, maximum September, like I said, we can finish this thing. Not a big deal. Okay, game yeah, in single. Game right? So this is, don't worry, I will take you there. You're gonna score good marks this time. Okay. So any questions you have from last week? Anything? Any questions that you didn't understand? Because we started what cultivation Pute last week? What cultivation did we
Ready
start?
cultivation.
Paddy field cultivation. Did we start paddy field cultivation? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What did we learn in paddy field cultivation? Up to where?
This
Did you learn
The
about
cultivation
two
is very
seasons.
How many seasons are there? 2 or 3 altogether?
2, 3, 3.
3 altogether, and 2 main seasons, right? 2 main seasons. Okay. Now tell me, what are those 2 main seasons? Anybody? Yes. Now this class I'm going to ask you questions. Okay. Every week we are going to ask a few questions from last week. We're going to quickly revise what we learned last week. A few things, right? Not repeat in the lesson again, but a few things just to make sure that you remember, because we are Sri Lankans, right? We are Sri Lankans and we like to forget. Yeah, we forget things very fast. Do you remember what happened yesterday? What did you eat for breakfast yesterday? You forget, right? I mean, Sri Lankans are very good in forgetting everything. What happened 1 month ago, you forget. Yes, everything you forget. What you learned 1 month ago, where did you go like 2 months ago? Who helped you when you were a kid? That also you forget, right? People who helped you. Sometimes you don't remember. They have to remind you. Okay, you remember when you were in grade 1, I helped you, right? Yeah, because you forgot already. You know what I mean? So yeah, we have to keep reminding certain things because we are Sri Lankans. Okay. So what are the 2 main seasons of paddy cultivation? That was the question. Yes, Pude.
Yala season.
Yala. I told you Yala. It's Yala, right? Not Yala. Yala is a jungle. Kalawak. Okay. It's a what do we call this? It's a like I forgot the national park. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I just forgot that. Yeah, it's a national park. Yes, it's a protected area. Yeah, where a lot of wildlife can be seen. Yeah, it's a natural park, national park. Yeah, Jatika Vanodyan. Yeah, it's called national park. Right. So Yala is the season. Okay, Yala kanne kile kene මොකද්ද පුතේ? Yala kanne means Yala season. Then what is the other season? Other main season? Maha season, Maha kanne. Now the book doesn't say the months. I told you the months for your extra knowledge, okay? So that you know much more than the book also. Practically, you know a little more than the book. But the book doesn't say you have to remember the months, so book doesn't mention the months. So you don't have to remember the months. Don't worry too much, okay? Just remember what I'm telling you to remember. You're gonna be fine in your exam. You're gonna score 90. This time everybody is gonna try to score 90, okay? Yeah, that's the plan. That's our target, right? We have to aim high. We have to target very well. Okay. So there was another additional season that I taught you last week. Who can remember? Additional season paddy was cultivated.
Intermediate season.
Intermediate season, right? What do we call that in Sinhala? Anybody?
Madahasa.
Simple words. Mother. Intermediate or mid season. Mother kanne. Okay. Mother kanne, right? Okay. That is how you have to remember, right? Mother kanne is easy. Okay. Now I will show you a few things in the tute, extra stuff in the tute. So we will go through that today and we will learn. Okay. Am I sharing the screen yet? No. Let me share the screen with you. Okay. Can you all see the screen, Pute? Confirm? Right.
Yes.
Now you see seasons of paddy cultivation. This is what we learned last week. Okay. There are 2 main seasons for paddy cultivation. One is called the Yala season. In Sinhala, we call it Yala Kanne. Kanne means season in Sinhala. And the second one is Maha season or Maha Kanne. Maha Kanne is a big season. Okay. Yeah, Maha Kanne is where they cultivate a lot because it's a long season and you can cultivate a lot. There will be a lot of rainfall as well. Okay. Then an additional season which is called intermediate season, that is called Madakanne. Okay. Madakanne කියලා තමයි normally කියන්නේ, right? Normally when you are talking කටවහරට කියනවා කියලා කියන්නේ normally when you are talking you call it Madakanne. Okay. But these seasons today also you go to Anuradhapura and ask මොන කන්නේද මාමේ මේ යන්නේ මොන කන්නේද අංකල් මේ දැන් වගා කරන්නේ, he will tell you යල කන්නේ තමයි පුතේ වගා කරන්නේ. We go to Polonnaru and ask a farmer who is cultivating a paddy field මොන කන්නේද අංකල් වගා කරන්නේ දැන් will tell me දැන් මහ කන්නේ පුතේ based on the months. Okay, මේ මහ කන්නේ පුතේ වගා කරන්න. He will tell like that. Okay, he won't use මදහස අකලහස those words. Okay, මේ අකලහස වගා කරන්නේ. Oh no, those words here I have mentioned separately. Can you see? Those are mentioned in the ancient inscriptions, ancient times. Okay, today we use these words. Yalakanne, Mahakanne, Madakanne. Everybody understand, Bude? Everybody understand? Okay. Now, any questions? Please ask. Okay, you can raise your hand and ask anytime, right? If you have any problems. Okay. Now I told you one second. Now I told you. Now I told last week. Madakanne is an additional season, right? Normally 2 seasons, but there's one additional season called Madakanne. Now this additional season, now the farmer is deciding to cultivate an additional season called Madakanne. What is the main reason or what is the main factor that he will consider in order to cultivate this additional season? What is the factor he will consider?
If there is more water.
Exactly. There should be a possibility of getting more water. Okay. There should be a possibility of getting water. How water is gotten? Like by rain. Okay. Mainly by rain. So if there's a possibility of rain, he can predict. Okay. This is called forecasting. Okay. You will learn about these heavy words when you go to grade 9, 10, 11. Forecasting means you're thinking about the future and you're predicting. You are predicting. Okay. Based, the farmers are very experienced. Okay. They know when it rains, when it started to rain, they know how many days it's gonna rain. Okay, when the sky starts getting dark, they know what time it will rain. When is it gonna rain? Okay, based on the season of the year, based on the month of the year, they know all these things because they are working with this full time. They are very engaged with the environment. They are very engaged with the time. So they know everything that is going on in the environment and in the sky. Okay, you know what I mean? When the let's say if there's a wildlife attack or wild animal attack, those things also they can predict. Okay, so because that is called experience. Okay, that is called like knowledge, because they don't get it in one day. Okay, they have worked on these fields for years and generations. Some knowledge is passed from grandfather to father to son, like that. Okay, so they learn so many things, they have learned so many things, they are very experienced. So if they can predict if there's a possibility of getting rain, they know they can cultivate an additional season. And I told you Sri Lankans were not lazy in the ancient time. Now we are very lazy. Okay, that's a different story. Yes, right? If you can go by car or by bus, you would go. You would never walk. Literally, walking is very tiring nowadays for Sri Lankans. But earlier times, for me, when I was a kid, I used to walk so much. Every day I walked 3 kilometers to the school and back, catching the bus, then going by train and stuff like that. 3-4 kilometers was like nothing. Right, we sprint also, we run also. Okay, right, that is me when I was a kid. Just imagine 1,000 years ago how active would have been the people, right? People were very, very active. Okay, people were not lazy at all, right? So they were ready to cultivate another season. If there's rain, they can predict the rain. Okay, looks like it will rain, let's cultivate another season. Maybe there won't be rain after this, and there might be a drought. You never know what will happen this year, right? Can you tell me? Now we are still in February. Can you tell me what's going to happen in the next 10 months? Nobody can predict. Anything can happen. Okay, so you have to be ready. You know what I mean? That is how the farmers also thought. So if you can do now, if you can work hard now, get the crops, get the harvest, stock it, store it, use it in the future. Or if you really have excess, sell it, sell the extra stuff. Okay, understand? Right, now we will come to another new word here. Okay, now it says here in the tute, I will go through the tute a little bit before we move on. So I have to explain certain things in the tute as well. So because some students might have problems understanding the tute because of a few words. It says Thornigala inscription. Now you can also put this within like, the quotation marks. So Thornigala inscription is an inscription. Now what is an inscription, Pute? An inscription means writings on stones. Okay. In the ancient times, people wrote about different things in different ways. People wrote in books. Okay, those days we didn't have books like this, books like today. Those days we had all the leaves, leaves from the palm tree. They are like dried and flattened, and those were used as like books. Okay. Or people also wrote different things on stones. You can't actually write on stones. You inscribe on stone. Using a tool, you can inscribe on stones. So various historical events, if something, let's say for example, let's say a king is giving something to a temple. Let's say a king is giving a land to the temple. Can he give a land to the temple? The king is the owner of all lands in the country. Can he gift a land to the temple? Yes. So the king is deciding, okay, I'm giving this land to the temple and I'm going to mark this in an inscription because people can see this. So people know I have given this land to the temple and they will not disturb it. They will not take it away. Oh, the next king who is coming after me, he will know that I did something like this. He will respect me for that. Also, he will not take it back because I have given this. I have proof for this. Okay. You understand what I'm saying, right? So because of that, those kind of things were recorded in stones. Single Single cell lipi, Shila lipi. Cell lipi or Shila lipi. Shila means put a stone. Lipi means writings. So writings on stones. In English, we call it inscriptions. Everybody got it? Yes? So different various historical events or rules and regulations. Rules and regulations, the king is telling, okay, this is the market. Everybody should pay tax if you are selling in this market. So you write it on a stone and you place it in the market. So people who come to the market can read this, can understand this. Those kind of writings on stones, messages, historical events, rules and regulations, they are called what, Pute? They are called inscriptions. Everybody got it? Yes? So anything that is written on stones that has a historical value, that has some message in it, is called inscriptions. Everybody understand the word inscriptions? Can I see hands? Or can I see? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now there are in Sri Lanka there are we have found about 4,000, more than 4,000 inscriptions like this with different meanings, with different things written on them. Okay. We will learn a lot about inscriptions later in grade 8 also. I think we have we can learn so much about inscriptions when you go to grade 8 as well. But this is, you should not get confused with these new words, right? So I have to give you some knowledge about this, right? That is why I decided to explain you this. So Thornigala inscription means the inscription that we found in Thornigala area. Okay. Thornigala is kind of little close to Puttalam, little on the way to kind of Anuradhapura. Yeah. This is in the little to the north of the country. Okay. So we found an inscription in Thornigala that is called Thornigala inscription. Okay. So we found a big writing on a, there was a huge rock in Thornigala area in Puttalam district. So there are writings on that rock that is in Thornigala. That is why we call it Thornigala inscription. So different things related to farming is written in that inscriptions. Okay, like a few examples are mentioned here. Okay, so in this inscription you can see information about seasons of paddy cultivation. Okay, in the Thornigala inscription. So that's a good example, right? So in the ancient times we use different words to call Yala season, Maha season, according to Thornigala inscription. Okay. So Akalahasa is the word used to call the Maha season, and Madahasa is used to call intermediate season. Madakanne කියලා අද කියන්නේ. Akalahasa means Maha season, Mahakanne, and Pitadadahasa Yala season. Okay, so no need to like focus too much on this, but if you can remember, it's better. Okay, so don't think too much about this. Okay, yeah, sometimes they might ask questions, but if I am making you a paper, I will be mainly asking this one. Okay, these things are main things, but these are just for you to understand. These are actually additional knowledge in the book, right? So but you can go through and you can remember, just yeah, okay, you can go through. Right, now we are going to come to a very important part, that is how a paddy field is prepared. I think there's a small alignment issue in the tube. I will correct it. I believe everybody have printed this already, but it's okay. I will correct this issue and post the tube again in the Google Drive. Okay, so you can, if you are using the soft copy, the PDF version, you can use it as well. Okay, just now I noticed that. Yeah, right. So how this should come here, right? Yeah. Okay. So how a paddy field is prepared. Now we are coming to a very, very important section. Okay, to keep you alive, basically. To keep you interested, let's take a whiteboard to explain this. Okay, right. Okay, so how a paddy field is prepared. Now, preparing a paddy field has so many steps you need to understand. Not like in chain lands. In chain land, there are only 4 steps that we learned, right? Mainly 4 steps. Yeah, in chain land. So paddy field cultivation has a lot of work to do. That's what I told you last week. Like, you will not waste a single a single grain of rice. If you really saw, I know most of you might have not seen how paddy is cultivated and how much work is involved in that. Yes, so now let's learn how a paddy field is prepared. Okay, right. So now let's say there's a land like this is a flat land. So flat lands are used for paddy fields. Okay, yeah, mostly flat land. Even if you are cultivating in the mountains, you can make it flat, right? You can or a padipel kilakani like that, you can make it like this is called terrace type, right? You can cut terraces and then you can cultivate it. So paddy cannot grow in the slopes. Why? Because paddy needs muddy soil. So muddy soil puthe cannot be in slopes, no? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. So in the slopes puthe there won't be muddy soil. The water will go this way, right? The water will drain. So the soil won't be muddy in the slopes. But in the flatlands, the water can stay like a muddy puddle. Okay, so water can stay, and then that will help paddy grow. So that is the main reason why paddy is cultivated in flatlands. Even if you are cultivating in mountain areas, you cut the land, okay, like in terraces, then you cultivate it. Padipel wage, right? Like stairs. Okay, right. So how do you cultivate? Now let's say you are a farmer. Now you want to cultivate the paddy field. First of all, you got to prepare the paddy field, okay, before cultivating paddy. So you will go to your land. This is your paddy field, let's say. Now, unlike chainer lands, paddy fields, you can cultivate over and over again anytime you want. Like, I mean, enough times you want, no problem. Okay, like chain land, you cultivate this season and you let it alone, right? You let it alone, you go to another section of the jungle. That is chain cultivation. Paddy fields are permanent, not like chain lands, you go one place after another place. No, paddy fields are permanent. You cultivate in seasons and you prepare the paddy field and you cultivate it every day. Your paddy field will be the paddy field every day, right? And you cultivate in seasons. That's permanent for you. Okay. So what the farmer first needs to do is you have to prepare the soil for cultivation. Okay. First of all, you need to make the soil muddy. Okay. And also you have to kill the wild plants, right? Wild plants, weeds that are growing, unwanted plants. Okay, there will be unwanted plants, is it, in your land? Yeah, here and there. So you got to kill the plants, right? First. Okay. So and also you have to make sure that the soil is muddy. Sometimes the paddy field is a little dry, so you have to make sure that enough water is put here. So what the farmer will do first, normally near paddy fields there are streams, okay, streams where water flows. These streams are either coming from tanks, like I mentioned, tanks, they will catch water. They will catch water from the rain and you can direct them to the streams or canals. Okay. Or this stream, maybe it's coming from a river itself. Okay. Depending on how you are getting water normally. Okay. Right. Or the rain itself will help you do this. Right. So what the farmer will do, he will make a bund. He will make a bund, small bund. Yeah, small bund. This is like a wear like bund කියලා කියන්නේ පුතේ small bund. Single මේකට කියනවා near කියලා. Near means is a small bund, like 1.5 feet, and you can walk on it, something like this. Okay, just a small one, right? So he will make a bund and he will let the water inside and close the bund. Then what will happen? The water will stay inside. So there's water now inside the field. Everybody understand? Now what will happen to the plants, wild plants? If they drown in water after a few
The
days,
wild
they will
also
die,
be
right? They will die. Yeah, because plants can't survive, like when they are drowned in water. Yes, so they will die. And also what will happen to the soil? Soil will become smooth, soil will become muddy, okay, when there's water. So මේකට කියනවා this process is called වතුර බඳිනවා. Okay, වතුර බඳිනවා. So in Sinhala, how do I know all this? There was a paddy field. Okay, I told you, I think last week, there was a paddy field next to my house, and I used to monitor all this. I was in grade 3 or 4 back then, so I still remember what I saw in grade 3 and 4. So I used to talk to farmers. I used to go and watch what they are doing. We also had a chance to grow a small paddy field. My dad's friend gave us this small paddy field for one season, I remember. So I learned all these things. Okay, I have done this. I have seen this. Okay, with my eyes. So I can explain this to you now very easily. Okay, right. So make it again vaturo bandino. So what you do, basically you surround the land with a small bund, your field, and you let the water inside. Then you close the bund. Then this water will be there for a few days, and then all the wild plants will die, and the soil will also absorb all the water and become muddy. Okay. Now what are you gonna do next? Now you have to plow the land. Okay, plowing means prepare the land, turn the soil, loosen the soil. Okay, basically now this soil you have to make it loose, like kind of digging. Okay, this is called plowing. So you are using a tool called the plow. Okay, in Sinhala, this process of plowing is called සීසානවා. Okay, සීසෑම, right? නිකන් කතා කරනකොට කියනවා කුඹුර හානවා කියලා. කුඹුර හානවා means සීසානවා. සීසෑම means plowing in English. Okay, so one second. Okay, I'll show you some photos. So normally how they do this is the plow is a tool. You can see this here clearly. This photo, I'll show you a nice photo of this. Okay, in Sinhala this plow is called nagula. This plow is attached to a couple of buffaloes normally. So buffaloes are big cows, big bulls, no? So they're black color, you might have seen, right? So the buffaloes can do a lot of hard work, right? Heavy work. So they can work all day in the paddy fields. So as you can see here, two buffaloes are attached. Can you see, Pute? Yeah. So two buffaloes are attached to this tool called, what is this? The plow in English. Okay. Plow. P-L-O-U-G-H, plow. In Sinhala, what do you call this? Here is the word. Nagula. Everybody got it? Yes? This is the plow. Okay, now what happens? This is attached to the bulls. Can you see the buffaloes? So what will happen? The buffaloes will move this way. Buffaloes will move forward. What happens to the plow? The plow will drag on the ground. Now this is already muddy soil. Pute, please mute your mics, okay? Somebody has a mic unmuted. Okay, we don't want disturbances in the class, okay? So when the buffaloes are moving forward, this plow, basically, you know, the farmer is here to guide the plow, okay, to make sure that it is straight. So he will hold this normally, he will hold this. Today we have different tools, okay? Today we have tractors that can do this plowing. See, Sano, yeah, the plowing is done by tractors and different big equipment. But the problem with those big equipment is the environment gets harmed, because more than what you need is basically the soil will be damaged, because sometimes, you know, the soil will turn upside down more than you need, okay? So that is the problem with the modern equipment. But here this one is an old equipment. I have seen this when I was a kid. Even today they are using this in mostly small paddy fields, not on big paddy field. Big paddy field they use tractors and all. So here you can see there's a point here. So basically when the buffaloes are walking, this will drag in the muddy soil, that will loosen the soil, okay, that will make the soil very loose, yeah. So that is what you call plowing. Sinhala මේකට කියනවා සීසානෝ සීසෑම, okay, සීසෑම. And nagula is the singular word for the plow, okay, and buffaloes are used here in this case, okay. Can you see? Yes, so 2 buffaloes normally, so that they have enough dragging force, you know, they have the energy. Single buffalo, it's difficult. 2 buffaloes you can keep it in the middle and it's now balanced. So that is how the nagula works, or the plow works. This is the process of plowing. So after the farmer prepares the land, he will do the plowing, okay. So once the plowing is done, now the soil is loose. Sometimes the farmer again he keeps water again to make it loose. And you know, wild plants, they grow very fast. If you leave like, you know, 1 or 2 days, they have seeds, and they might grow, you know, those wild plants, they have their seeds, or they come from the air also. When the wind is blowing, those wild plants, they breed, okay. So if after like 2-3 days, the wild plants will start growing again. So the farmer will again, you know, block the water, watura bandino kilakan. So he will kill the wild plants again, okay. Right now today we use chemicals and all. I'm not teaching you today's work here, because the lesson is ancient lifestyle, okay, ancient lifestyle of our ancestors, right? So we are not talking about the chemicals that are used today, but I'm just giving you some knowledge what is happening today. Like tractors are used, just to compare, okay, just to compare and know the harm to the environment, right? Okay, now we will go to the whiteboard again. We were discussing this one. So basically now what happens is, now the paddy field is now prepared very loose. Now the farmer will flatten the paddy field, okay, flatten. So make it, there's a tool, it's like a mob, okay, a flat tool, just like this, okay, a flat tool. So he will drag this, right, like flattening the mud, flattening the soil. So he will flatten the soil, make it, you know, porugano in Sinhala, porugano. So poru made this is tool, right, it's a flat tool, flattening tool. So this one is called porugam, okay. So once after plowing, after the buffaloes loosen the soil with the plow, nagula in Sinhala, you do porugan, okay, because you have to flatten the soil, because you know the buffaloes, they walk and then the soil is now not flat, okay. So you have to flatten the soil, so you need to make your slopes. So why do you make slopes? Because let's say you are dividing the paddy field now, okay. Why? Because like let's say like this, you are dividing the paddy field, okay, just like this, to different parts. So different parts will have different slopes. So let's say you need more water to this part, you don't have enough water to this part, so you make a slope here and you can take water from here to this part, okay. So now I'm not going to teach you too deep about this, because we are not trying to cultivate paddy here, but know the process. Okay, so poru gano means you flatten the paddy field so that there's a nice slope, so water can be managed. Okay, water, if you need water, you can take through the slope. If you don't want water, you can send it out. Okay, so make it poru gano. Like I said, this is the type of tool. Okay, right. Now now what happens is, once that is complete, while that is being done, he basically makes the bunds. He basically separates the paddy field into parts, making weir like bunds, small bunds. Make it a single link, near a band. Now these bunds are called near a wall. Okay, nearer. So nearer kiyanne me band walta nearer. In English you write it like this, nearer. So these are weir like bunds. Weir means small bunds. Weir bunds, you can call this weir bunds. Some birds used in paddy fields by our people, they don't have exact English words also. Okay, it's very difficult. That is why we have to learn both, right? So near a bund, now what you do is you are separating your paddy field in bunds. Why can't you just have one flat land? Because it's difficult to manage, because water, it's difficult to manage the water, right? If you have one big flat land without these bunds, water will be in one place today, water will be in another place tomorrow, because it's difficult to manage. If there's a rain or something, everything will get messed up. That is why singling can party hadano kila. That is why you make like this. Okay, you make parts in the paddy field like that, so it's easy to manage water. Okay, let's say example I'm telling you. Let's say now this part has more water, this part more water, and this part has less water. What are you supposed to do? You break the bund and direct that extra water here. Okay, that is how you manage water, right? So let's say now this has more water and this doesn't have much, so you break the bund from here and let the water here. And let's say this part also has more water, then you have the slope here. Let's say you can send it out. Okay, so in order to manage water easily, you make bunds like this. Okay, and they are called what put in Sinhala? Near. Near a bandino is called, making the bunds is called near a bandino. Okay, near a bandino. And these small bunds are called near a wall. You can walk on those bunds. Have you seen farmers walking on those bunds? Or have you walked on those bunds? Anybody? Burak mein? Yeah. Anybody have walked?
I have walked, sir.
We send kites normally, in the paddy field. When I was a kid, I used to send kites. So we go in this near, there we go to the middle, and then we ask somebody to hold the kite. Okay, we just leave the thread, and then we ask him to near a kilometer we tell him, right, go to the corner and catch it. So he would go, he would go through these bunds and everything. So sometimes you are here. Okay, now this is kiting, and the other guy is here in the other corner. Then it's easy to basically fly the kite, because you have a lot of distance. So we normally use paddy fields to send kites when we were kids. Okay, unfortunately, many kids today don't have that experience, right? We had so much fun. Today everything is LCDs and phones and TVs, right? But yeah, in the ancient times, I mean, when I was a kid, we were totally outside all the time, right? So these are some things. Then we also got the chance to see how the farmers are cultivating, and we spoke to them and we learned so many things. So that knowledge is important for me today also, right? See, I'm teaching you this very easily now because of this. Everybody understand the process now? Yeah. And now what you do is you cultivate the paddy. You can sow the seeds. Okay, some will sow the seeds, some will plant the small plants. Yeah, there are different ways. So now you cultivate the paddy. Now a cultivated paddy field will look nice like this. Okay, so let's say these are the bunds that you separated, and yeah, just like that. So now you have nice paddy growing in order, right, everywhere, right, just like that. Okay, now the paddy is growing. Okay, now what is the problem now? That is how to prepare the paddy field, right? And sow the seeds and let the paddy grow. That's it. Okay, that is how you prepare the paddy field. Any questions about preparing a paddy field? We will next learn how to protect a paddy field. and what happens, what is the process of reaping the harvest, how to process the paddy into rice. We will talk about that next. But before that, if you have any questions about preparing the paddy field, please ask Pute. Zahva, you are okay? Did I pronounce your name properly?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Do we have to write anything?
Not now. Okay. Now you can listen. Right? You understood now,
Okay,
Pute?
thank you.
Yeah. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay. Yeah. Here I have explained these steps very simply. First, you build a small bund around the field and direct water to it. Now I showed you practically. I drew in the board and showed you, right, how this is done. Okay. So remember the words. The plow is called that tool that is dragged by the buffaloes. That is called the plow. Plowing means that loosening the soil with that tool. Okay, or equipment. Then nagula is the singular word for that. So tilling means the loosening the soil or plowing. You can call it plowing. And singaling kina hanava or sisam. Okay, sisam. So you can write these additional words here. I will write them here as well. Okay, sisano. Okay, in Sinhala. And if you want to write in Sinhala also, if you are good in Sinhala, you can write like this. Okay, sisam. Okay, sisam. So sisam can in Sinhala, normally when we are talking, we call it hanava. Ubura hano means sisam tamayik. Sisam, right? Okay. Right. So everything else is explained here. So I'm not going to read everything here. I mean, this is not a textbook session or something like that. So I explained you. I believe everybody understood. The paddy is sown to the field. Until this point, I explained you. Paddy is sown to the field. So vaga karno. Then now hitavano, right? So now what happens with the after? No, normally the paddy plant takes about 3 months to grow fully. Okay, you have to wait, right? You have to manage the water, you have to manage the pests, you have to protect the paddy field now from animals. When especially the paddy starts growing, the animals, mainly the birds, insects, they like to harm paddy fields. Okay, mainly birds will come and eat all the paddy.
Dragonfly.
Sorry?
Dragonfly.
Yeah, exactly. Dragonfly, different insects are there, right? Dragonflies and so they will harm the crops. Okay, they come in some insects or different types of flies and birds. They come in flocks, right? They come in huge groups, and they can easily destroy paddy fields, especially when you are about to reap your harvest, when the paddy plant is fully grown, okay, with a lot of paddy in it. So you have to protect the paddy field now. That is the biggest challenge farmers are facing. Even today, farmers are facing these challenges. And also the wild plants that are growing. Sometimes wild plants also grow in between these paddy plants, and then it's very difficult to manage. Okay, right. So what are the things people did to protect the paddy field from animal attacks or animals like insects and birds mainly? Okay.
Right.
So two we have two mentioned in the book. In addition to that, there are a few more as well. Okay, right. Pute, keep your mics muted. Okay, yeah. When you are talking, you can unmute and talk. Right. If you are not talking, please keep it muted. Okay. Right. So one thing the people did is placing the head part of coconut fronds. Polpiti again coconut fronds. So you put the head part of coconut fronds, the coconut tree's branch. Basically, you cut it, and you can basically place the top part of this here and there in the paddy field. That will basically repel the birds and insects. Okay. Then this is mainly the second one. This is mainly to repel the birds, the coconut fronds. Or you can also use scarecrows. Scarecrows is not mentioned in the book, but commonly used because the birds especially will think that there's a man working in the paddy field, and they won't reach the paddy field, right? They won't come to the paddy field. So they can see, the birds can see for miles, right? Their eyes are very, very sharp. So when they see it, they get confused. That is a man working. That's the scarecrow, right? Yeah, in the chain lands also we use the scarecrows, and in the paddy fields also we use scarecrows. But these are two methods mentioned in the book. Okay, and then this one, second one, lighting wicks. Wicks. Wicks means it like kotu wage deval. Yeah, like sticks. So what you do is you put rags here. You have a stick. Then you put pieces of rag here. Redikali. Yes. Tira. Pahan tira wage. Yeah. You put the rags here. You twist the rags here. Then you put mee oil to this. There's a tree called meegaha, mee tree. So you take that oil and put it here, mee oil. Then you light it. Okay, and then you light it, and then you keep it in different places. So that smell, basically, like you're lighting mosquito coils. Yeah, the mosquitoes are repelled, right? So similarly, this smell and mee oil can basically repel the insects. Okay, so the insects would not come to the paddy field when you do this lighting wicks. Okay, yeah, and pahantira wage kila කියන්නේ this is like pahantira. So you have this twisting rags, but this is like not small pahantira. These are big sticks that have rags twisted in them and then soaked in mee oil and then lit. Okay, they are lit up, so they have smoke, they have the light, they are burning now, and that mee oil, the smell of the mee oil and the smoke. Smoke, insects don't like smoke. Okay, even these bees and all, if you want to chase the bees, you basically use smoke, right? So this mee oil will give this unique odor, that smell and the smoke. So that will repel the insects. Okay, right, everybody got it now? There, how the paddy fields are protected? Okay, yeah, how to prepare paddy field, you got the idea now? Nobody will ask you write all the steps. Normally we don't expect, but we will learn those. Okay, yeah, you have to know, right? It's easy, then you can also explain something. So like next week we will try to next week or the next week after that or the week after that, we will try to answer a few questions. Okay, once we finish this unit, we have some questions to answer. Okay, right, are we too fast or too slow? What do you think? Okay, it's an online class, so we have different students who can, yeah, we will go like kind of medium pace, right? Medium speed. Okay, now the next step is, now the paddy is growing. Now the farmer prepared the paddy field, he saw the paddy, and the paddy is growing now. He also protected the paddy field from the insects and birds. Now the paddy has grown and the time has come for harvesting. Harvesting means cutting the paddy. Okay, cutting the paddy and making it rice. Yeah, basically getting the product. Yes, okay. So when the harvest is ripe, the farmers will cut the paddy. Cutting the paddy in Sinhala is called goyam kapanawa. Goyam kapima. Cutting the paddy, goyam kapanawa. Yes, so goyam kapana. So to cut the paddy, you bring big groups of people. People only do this. Okay. Normally, cutting the paddy is done by a knife called the sickle. Have you seen this knife? We had one at home. I remember this one. This shaped knife. This is the handle. This part is the handle, and this is like a very bent type of knife. Okay, this is called sickle in English. In Sinhala, we call it dakat. Why it's bent like this? Because you can basically grab a bunch of paddy plants and then you can easily cut it by pulling it towards you, just like that. And then you can quickly cut the paddy using that. Yes, Pude?
I have seen this knife.
You have seen this? Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing it is okay, but don't use it. Okay, right? Okay, because you have to be very careful, right? Because it's very, kind of, yeah, like, any accident happens, yeah, you're gonna be in trouble, because you have to have a skill in using that. Like, so what you do is you grab a set of paddy plants, then you can just like that, very fast. Okay, So these mainly, I have seen when cutting paddy, goyam kapima, many ladies, they are good in these knife skills, right? They are good in the kitchen, and yeah, I have seen mostly ladies, they do this cutting part, right? In my life, I have seen mostly this goyam kapano. All men and women, they all come to the paddy field, right? Because they want to cut it very quickly. Okay, they want to finish it in one day. Okay, that is the plan. So it's a huge teamwork. Okay, normally reaping the harvest, right? Okay, now let me tell you what happens next. Okay, now let's say all the paddy is cut. So the paddy will be brought to a open area like this. Let's say this is your paddy field. Okay, yeah, this is the bigger than this. Okay, this is your paddy field. So this cut paddy will be brought to an open area and it will be piled up like this. Okay, all the cut paddy will be into piles, right? Like that. Godawal gahanawa kiyala kiyanne sinhala? Yeah, piles. So this pile of cut paddy in Sinhala is called goyam kole. Okay, that's a little different word, right? Kole kiyala kiyanne like a paper or like one leaf, right? But no, for a pile of cut paddy like this, after cutting the paddy, you bring it here, those piles are taller than you, okay? They're very tall, like 2-3 meters tall sometimes. Yeah, like 2 meters tall. Yeah, normally average 2 meters tall. So like this, you pile it up. Okay, yeah. So this is called goyam kole in Singhal. You have to remember the Sinhala word also. Okay, goyam kole. So goyam kole. Now how many goyam kole is here? 3, right? Yeah, 3 piles of cut paddy. Okay. Now what are you going to do, Pute? Now let me show you a paddy plant so you can understand the process here, okay? Right, let's see a paddy plant first. The paddy grain is there and the leaves or the, like, let's say the stem is there. Let me show you, okay. A nice photo. I hope you won't be hungry after looking at this. Okay, all right. So can you see? Yeah, make a goyama hontatama peedila tiyenne. Yeah, now ready to cut, right? Goyama peedena kiyala kiyanne like it's getting ripe. Okay, so you can see like it's almost ripe now. Like it will turn yellow. The plant also will turn yellow. Now it's green. So if the plant is turning kind of yellow, golden yellow, that means it's ready to cut. Okay, now it's almost there, right? Now here you can see in this photo is almost ripe. So can you see the paddy grains here? So this is where you have your rice inside, right? So basically this is covered by a shell, okay? Right. So what you do is once you cut this, now this whole thing will be cut, the plant will be cut. The plants are not uprooted, but they are cut, right? So what are you gonna do next? You tell me now. You think and
We
tell
are
me now.
gonna
You are 12 years old.
round it.
You got to remove them, right? You got to remove.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to remove the grains from the plant. Yes, okay. Now this is done in this open area. Like I said before, this open area here, this is a flat area, hard area, okay, not a muddy area. This is a hard ground, okay. This area, this is the paddy field, okay. This is your paddy field. So normally near the paddy field only you have this area, okay. So this pile of cut paddy is called goyam kole, and this area where you pile this cut paddy and you separate the paddy from the plant is called kamata in Sinhala. Kamata. Okay. So if somebody is telling, if a farmer is telling, Mama kumburata yano, where is he going? He's going to the paddy field. Hari, Mama kamatata yano.
The
That
paddy
means
field.
kamatata means he's going to that land where paddy is processed. Now he's going to remove the paddy. Okay, he has to do some work with the harvest. Okay, not he's growing paddy. He's already cut it. Mama kamatata yano again. Mama kamatata yano means I have work to do there. So what you do there, you basically thresh the paddy. This is called threshing in English. Okay, thresh the paddy. How do you thresh the paddy? Now you take a little paddy here from these piles. You put the paddy here. Okay, you put it like this on the flat area. Okay, this is a flat area. And what you do, you use buffaloes. Normally you have bulls or buffaloes here. Okay,
You
so bulls or
use the
buffaloes and
buffaloes to
let them trample it. Yeah, let the buffaloes trample the paddy. So when they trample the paddy plant, they get separated. Okay, that is what we call goyam paganava. You trample the paddy field. You trample the paddy. Sorry, and goyam pagima or goyam paganava කියලා කියන්නේ මේකට. Right? Remember this very well. And in English, we can call it threshing the paddy. Okay, threshing the paddy, meaning that the paddy, the grains will get separated from the plant. Everybody understand, Budhe? Yes. So let's see a photo. Okay.
Yes.
So can you do this? Can we trample?
No.
Will they get separated? Yeah, we can. We can. It will get separated. Okay. But how many times you're going to trample it? Because you know the animals, they can work hard, right? And you're gonna die. Okay, literally, you're gonna get exhausted trying to trample that and everything, right? Maybe you don't have to go to the gym now. Yeah, maybe you can do that all day, right? Like, you know, trampoline. Yeah, you don't need to go to the gym now, right? We'll see some images if we have any. This is the ancient method. Okay, yeah, we got one. Yes, that is done by the buffaloes. Yes, kind of. Yeah, these were, yeah, you can. Yeah, I got a nice photo. Nice one. Yes. I think this will help you understand this. Oops. There are many photos here. Yeah, okay. I got one. I think you can understand now. Yes. Can you see threshing paddy? Goyam pagano again make it. Can you see? The buffaloes are basically made to walk on top of the paddy. Okay. Then these are paddy plants. The paddy gets separated. Then after some time you can take the piduru out, like the plant that is separated, you know, it becomes piduru. So then you can take it out, and then the grains you can separate it. Okay, the grain will be separated. Okay, can you see this process here? What is this process called in Sinhala? Goyam?
Goyam Madinawa.
Yeah, pagano. You can say easily pagano. Okay, yeah. Goyam
Yeah.
madinoa or pagano. Yes. Paganoa, yeah. Okay, easy to say that. Right. Okay. So then goyam pagima කියලා කියන්නේ මේකට තමයි, right? Right. And what is this area called in Sinhala? This area? This flat
Kamata.
area? Kamata. Very good. Very good. Well done. You got it. Yes. Nice. Everybody should get it, right? If you have any questions, please ask. Okay. Now what are you going to do next, Pude? What is your next? Now you got the paddy, right? Yeah.
Yes.
We will be selling it.
Now what is the problem, Pude? Some paddy, some grains, they have the rice inside. Some grains will be empty, right? That empty ones in Sinhala we call it, like the hollow ones, we call it bol. Okay, bol කියන්නේ ඇතුලේ මොකුත් නැහැ, right? Only the shell is there, nothing inside, right? Okay, and there will be both, right? There will be both. Some will have the rice inside, some will be empty. Okay, now you have to separate those also. You have to take only the rice ones. You are not eating the empty ones, right? So you have to separate it. So how do you separate it? Is normally the main way to separate it is hulang karna කියලා කියන්නේ මේකට. You wind it. So what we'll have today, we have, you know, different fans and everything. Those days we used to do manually. Yeah, somebody will take like some equipment like a kullak, and they will blow air, right? So basically, what happens here? What you need to understand is, let's say this is the paddy grain, and there's rice inside. And let's say this is the paddy grain without, it's a hollow one, right? This is the rice. Okay. Let's say seed, and this is nothing inside, empty. So which one is heavy? This will be heavy, right? Number one will be heavy. Yeah. So what you do is, let's say now you take the rice, and you take the paddy and you hold it to the wind. Then this lighter ones will blow away, right? The heavy ones will fall down. Okay, this is called hulankarna. Okay, so what you do is, let's say you have a fan. Okay, Those days it's done manually. So let's say this is a fan. Okay, now the wind is blowing this way. Okay, now what you do is you take some paddy with a like a kullak, like a some equipment, and then you can basically something like this, and you can put this paddy down. Now there's a huge wind blowing here. You put the paddy down. Now this hollow paddy or bolvi will get blown away. They will go and fall somewhere, and the heavy ones will fall on the ground, just like that. That is how you separate the good paddy from the bad ones, or from the empty ones. Everybody understand? Yes. Now what are
Yes.
you gonna do through this paddy pude? Are you gonna eat it now, or you have to process it further? Can you eat it? Because there's a shell around it, right? There's a cover. So you
No,
got to
sir.
remove the cover. Yes. How do you remove the cover?
By winding it.
No, winding it is separating the good paddy from the bad ones.
No, by grounding it.
By grounding it. Yeah, you can ground it, right? Like you can kotanama kila කියන්නේ in Sinhala, right? We kotano, right? So you got to ground it. You have a pestle and mortar, and you can wangediya wage you can ground it. Today we have machines for this. Today you put the paddy on one side, other side you get samba, kiri samba, basmati, you get whatever. Yeah, you know, red rice. You don't like to eat that, I know. Red rice, yeah, red rice. All these types of paddy you can put and process it. Okay, today we have machines, right? And those days, no, we did it manually. Okay, we used to ground it by pounding it. Okay, so it gets separated, right? Some paddy you can boil it. You boil the paddy and you cool it and you dry it. You boil it, then the paddy, the grain becomes big. Okay, tambapu hal kiyala කියන්නේ the big one, big grain. So what happens when you boil the paddy? That will become big, kind of little big, and then you dry it again, and then you ground it. Okay, when you grind
Done
it.
with all the paddies?
I'm sorry.
Can it be done with all the paddies? Only some
I
types.
think no. Normally only some types are done, Puti. Sometimes are tambapu hal kiyala කියන්නේ mostly some types of samba, some types of nadu, some types of red rice is done. Not all paddies are boiled like this, but like special paddies, you know. So tambapu hal කියලා you can buy වෙනම ගන්න පුළුවන්, right? Normally when you are going to a rice shop, හාල් කඩේට ගිහලා බලන්න. Normally when you go to a rice shop, you can ask them. මුදලාලිගෙන් අහන්න. Ask them, right? When I was in grade 7, I used to do all this. Not like you. Now, do you go to shops and buy everything on your own? When I was in grade 7, my mom would send me to shop, okay, to the polar, right, to the polar, and I go and bargain and I buy the vegetables and everything. Okay, then one day I was going with my mom. Okay, then there was one vendor. Okay, then he called my mom. No, මෙයාවා එවන්න එපා කඩේට. Don't send him again to the shop. He said my mom. Why? Because you know what he said? This guy is asking too many questions. Every day he's coming to my shop and wasting my time, and he asking so many questions. I'm so tired explaining this guy. So please don't send him again, right? You come and buy something, and then yeah, because I used to be very I used to be very active, and I used to be very keen. You know, I normally go and talk to people so much. That is one maybe that made me a teacher. So when I go to a shop, I fall into chats and I ask them literally everything. I learn so many things. You know, I like to learn many things. I like to get new knowledge. So I ask them, right, where are you getting these vegetables? How they are grown and these kind of things. You know, where is this coming from? Who is bringing you this? And this guy is like scratching his head. You know, maybe he was doing it from the inside, but yeah. That is what happened. I still remember. My mom, even today, she tells me, like, you know, you're good in shopping. Right. So you can also talk to people like that. You can learn so many things, right? Yeah. So go to the hal kade and ask the Mudalani, tambapu hal එක මොකද්ද? You call him uncle. Uncle, tambapu hal එක මොකද්ද? Right. Then normal hale you see, take it to your hand and see the difference. Tambapu hale lokui. Okay, and also little soft because it's already boiled. It's softer than the normal rice, and it will you can boil it easily as well, and it's a little bigger as well because it's already boiled. There's some water in it. Okay, so you can see the difference. Okay, tambapu hal normal amu hal yeah, amu hal means the raw rice. Tambapu hal means the boiled rice. Okay, right. Now I told you about pounding, right? That is how you make the paddy rice. But before one step I didn't tell you, that is, so normally this after this paddy is separated, the good paddy is separated from the bad. You throw the bad. You use the bad for your normally for your cookers. Dahaya කියලා කියන්නේ. The bolvi තමයි dahaya කියලා කියන්නේ, right? You can use it for this cooker kudulipa කියලා කියන්නේ. Yeah, sometimes you use for cookers and other stuff like your chicken farms and stuff like that. You can use for different things this paddy, or you throw it away. Okay. But the good ones, you store it in a bin like this, storage bin. Okay. And this storage bin's photo is there in your book. Have you seen it? Did you see it? The storage bin, the paddy storage bin. And in Sinhala, we call it V-Bissa. V-Bissa. Can you see with it? It's there in, go to page number 7. Yeah, you can see one photo. That is called the paddy storage bin. So once your paddy is ready, before you make it rice, you store the paddy in this bin. It will stay dry. It's also covered like a hut, so it will stay dry like it won't go bad, and it will. This is made in such a way that it's like a controlled environment. Like you can store it for a very long period, 2-3 years also you can store. So it will keep it dry, because if it gets wet, then bacteria will grow and then it might go bad. So it has to be kept dry, okay, and protected from the weather. So it's like a sealed type of bin where you can store a lot of paddy here. Yeah, like hundreds of kilos of paddy can be stored here. There are different sizes of this. So yeah, that is how the paddy is stored. Okay, and some singular words are also there in this, and I have tried my best to explain you many singular words today, and I have also included so many on in the tute, and I put a video as well here. You can, when you are free, you can click on the link and see how the paddy is grounded. Okay, shall we see it?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Where can we click it?
You can click it from the PDF version. Yeah, in go to your phone and then open the Google Drive and see. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it should work. Let me know if it is not working or something. Okay, right. So there, there will be a gentleman and a lady, basically, like pounding the paddy, okay, or grinding the paddy. So it will be there, and then I have also mentioned everything. So when you are free, you can read the book in full. Okay, yeah, right. Then this question you can easily answer now, right? What are the two main seasons and the additional
Maha
season?
season, intermediate season, yellow season.
What are the two main seasons? Yellow season.
Maha season and
Very good. Maha season and Yala season. Oh, Yala kanne, Maha kanne. What is the additional season? What is the additional season?
intermediate season.
Intermediate season. Oh, in Sinhala?
Madahasa.
Madakanne. Madakanne. Okay, Madakanne. Madahasa is where? In the inscription, Thonigal inscription. Okay. If somebody asks you what is the word mentioned in Thonigal inscription for Madakanne, Madahasa. No problem. Okay. Yeah. You can do like that. Okay. Right. Let's go for a short break now. And what's the time now? 8:45. We'll do a little extra today, okay? Like maybe 10-15 minutes. Go for a 5 minutes break and be back for animal husbandry. We can finish this today. And then next week we can start the craft industry. Next week we can finish this lesson, I believe. We will see. Next week maybe we will do like a little extra time and try to finish this lesson because it's good for us. because this is our third day already. So 4 weeks, one lesson will be nice. And then after that, we will do some questions. We will test your knowledge. Then we have a big lesson waiting for you after this lesson. That is lesson number 2. Yeah. We have to learn about kings and all. So yeah, I like that lesson as well. And we will plan it. Okay. So today we will finish animal husbandry and say bye. Next week we will finish this lesson. We'll do some extra time. Be ready
Okay.
next week. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Get some
Sir,
water, get some fresh air and come back. Small break. Yeah.
okay.
Yes, Bude. You had a question?
Sir, is the break for
No.
8:50?
Yeah, yeah. 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Tahu. Tapi dah begini. Hmm.
All right. Everybody ready for the last session for today? Yeah. Again, we are meeting next week. So we'll try to finish this lesson next week. If we have anything remaining, maybe after that we can do maybe half an hour and then we'll see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, next week we can do a little extra time because this week I have a seminar. So next week I don't have one. So we can do some extra time next week and finish the lesson. Okay. Next week is a plan. So somehow we're going to finish the lesson. So I still remember when I was teaching in a school in Colombo, international school. This part came in the class. Okay. Yeah. Animal husbandry. When I say, okay, Pute, now we are going to learn about animal husbandry. So one guy, there was one boy. He was like, I know, sir, I know. Husband. I said, not husband. This is animal husbandry. Okay. Yeah. So husband, that is family members, right? Husband, wife, children. Okay. This is animal husbandry. So what is animal husbandry? Yeah. Animal husbandry means looking after animals. Yeah. Looking after animals and breeding animals. I mean, growing them, growing the numbers of animals, or taking care of animals, or rearing them. This is called rearing animals. Okay. Raising and breeding. Raising the animals and breeding. So, for your work, for your products, to help you in your work, or to get products from them. Okay. Like, for example, you can rear cattle, you can rear cows, buffaloes, ox or oxa bulls. Yes, bulls for different work, right? Cows you can rear for what, Pute? Cows you rear for milk. Yes, for milk mainly. And
For meat?
yeah, but in Sri Lankan society, the beef was very rare. I mean, we did not rear cattle for beef. Okay. Like, it was not common, right? But in other countries you can see cows raised for beef, like that. But in Sri Lanka we raised cattle, cows and bulls mainly for work and milk. Okay. Yeah. So bulls, you can raise bulls or ox, and buffaloes are raised for work. Yes, to work in your paddy fields, to pull your carts, yeah, or to go on pack bull. You pack it, you pack the goods on its back, and then you take a group of bulls like this. Yeah, this is called a pack bull. Yes, so we will learn about those things. Okay, and also you can rear chicken, right? You can rear chicken for what? What can you get from chicken?
For chicken.
Eggs.
Yeah, eggs. Yes, yes. By rearing chicken, by breeding chicken. Yeah, you are running a chicken farm. You can get eggs. Okay, and meat also. Yes, chicken are basically reared for both eggs and meat. Yes, and can you rear goats? And what do you get from them? Goats.
We get goat milk.
Materials.
Goat milk. Yes.
Goats.
Clothes.
Material.
Skin. You mean skin, right? Yeah.
So it's not from goats, it's from sheep, right?
That is a wool, right? That is a wool, but goat skin.
Milk curd.
Milk, yes, goat milk. You can get goat
Milk
milk.
curd.
Yeah, you can get goat milk and you can make curd out of it, right? From buffalo milk also you can make curd, right? We will learn. Okay, we will learn. Just simple examples. Okay, and from goats you can get goat meat. What do you call it? Mutton, right? You can get meat, right? You can grow goats for meat, and also you can get goat skin. You can make drums with goat skin. Eluhama again. You can make different things from goat skin, like cow skin. Okay? Yes, we will learn. We will learn. Okay. Yeah. And sheeps are not there in Sri Lanka because sheeps they grow in cold climates. Like like we don't see a lot of sheeps in Sri Lanka. Few maybe, but this is not popular in Sri Lanka. But goats are there mostly. So sheeps who have wool, that can be seen in colder climates, colder countries, and you can use that wool, right, for your clothes and everything. Yeah. But in Sri Lanka, the goats that we reared, the skin, we made drums with that, or we made other tools, other like bags and stuff. Yeah, that can carry goods and stuff like that. So drums, many drums, they use cow skin or goat skin. Yeah. So goat skin is a little thin, and then some drums, small drums, we have traditional drums, Sri Lankan drums. They mostly use goat skin. Yeah. Okay. So, right, we will go to that. We will go to the next now, right? Animal husbandry means rearing animals. Rearing means raising and breeding animals. You can raise the animal for your work, or you can breed animals for products like milk and meat and stuff like that. Okay, right. So what did we rear in the ancient times? We reared cattle. Cattle means cows, ox, buffaloes, bulls. All
Goats.
together. Listen to that. All together, we normally call cattle. Okay, all together, all these four-legged animals. Yeah, cows, bulls. Yeah, and then we also reared goats. We reared poultry. Poultry means chicken. So poultry products means chicken products. What are poultry products? Tell me. Meat,
Chicken
eggs.
product.
Yeah,
Eggs.
chicken products. Meat and egg mainly, right? Yeah. Today we have more poultry products, right? Like sausage. Chicken sausage, that's a different product, right? Those days, meat, either meat or chicken. Or chicken or eggs, right? And then pigs were also reared. Okay. Yeah. Pigs for what, Pute? Mainly.
Meat.
Meat, yes. Yeah. Pigs were also reared. Okay. So not everywhere, but in some parts. Yeah. Okay. Then out of all these animals, who's the most important animal? What do you think? Out of all the animals that we reared,
Cattle.
cattle, right? Yeah. Out of cattle, goats, chicken, pigs, what is the most important animal? Cattle. Cattle means the cows, bulls, buffaloes.
Cat.
Because we have a lot of things that can be done with them. Okay? Because we can get their milk and we can make different products using their milk. They also contribute, or these cattle also help us in many ways. They help us in our paddy fields. They help us in our transport affairs. We can use them for transport work. We can also use them to do the heavy work in the paddy fields. This plowing, like I said, pulling that plow through the paddy field. Not easy, okay? Even the buffaloes struggle sometimes, pulling it, because it's like it's like tearing through the soil. So you have to loosen the soil. So people cannot pull it. Even you tell 10 people to pull that, very difficult. Okay, but 2 buffaloes are pulling it. You saw the video. So they do the heavy work. They do the heavy labor work, hard work in the paddy fields. So because of that, our farmers and our ancient people, ancestors, they paid special respect to the cattle. Okay, special respect. The cattle were given a special place in their lives. Okay, right. Now we have cows. Cows are who put the female cattle, right? Female animal, right? Cows. In single eladena again, yeah, right. So cows are reared for what? Put milk. Yeah, mainly we get the milk, right? So these cows who were reared for milk were called kiri geri in Sinhala. Kiri means milk pude, geri means cow. Okay, kiri geri. Kiri geri means milk cows. Remember the Sinhala word. Okay, kiri geri. Yeah, milk cow. So what are the products that we can make using cow milk? Here we can see 5 main products that can be made by using cow milk. The first product, as you already know, milk. You can drink the milk from the cows. That is kiri. Yeah, in Sinhala. Okay. Then you can ferment the milk and make curd. Do you like curd? Buffalo curd? Me kiri kanna sakawda? We'll see. Who loves buffalo curd with kitul treacle, kitul penny? Who loves this dessert? Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is like one of the best desserts in the world, isn't it? Yeah. So the like the buffalo curd with kitul pani or kitul treacle, right? So curd is another very good product or very popular product made out of cow milk. Okay, you can make with cow milk or buffalo milk also. Okay, so the kiri or me kiri is buffalo curd. The kiri normally the other curds type of curds, right? Cow milk. Then මීකිරි කියන්නේ මීහරකගෙන් ගන්න එක, right? මීකිරි, right? මීහරක means buffalo. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes we use this word to scold some people also, no? Mīharaka. Yeah, like that. Okay. But you remember the buffalo did so much work in our ancient society. Even today we can see a lot of buffaloes doing all the heavy work, right? Okay. Then we have another product that is buttermilk, moru. You might have tasted this like a little sour milk, right? You can use it in your cooking also. Buttermilk, that is called moru. You can also drink it. You can also make it sweet and drink it. So buttermilk is another product that is taken from the milk, yeah, from the milk of the cows. Then we have ghee. Yeah, ghee. What is ghee? Ghee in Sinhala is called gitel. Gitel, right? So ghee is the thick kind of oil that is taken from the, yeah. So what do you use ghee for? Your desserts. You can use in rice, cooking rice also. Yeah. And you can use in desserts like sweets. Yes. You can use in different things. Ghee is used in different things. So those days we mainly used ghee for cooking and also in making different types of dessert. Okay, right. Then we have butter or vendaru. Yes, butter is another product that we can get from the cows. So those are the 5 products that were taken from the cows. And these 5 products in Sinhala are called pasgo rasa. Pasgo rasa means rasa means taste, pas means 5. The 5 tastes. The milk, curd, buttermilk, ghee. Sorry, milk, curd, buttermilk, ghee, and butter. Yes. You can also learn the Sinhala words when you are free. Don't take too much tension. Don't be stressed. Freely you can learn this, okay? Milk is kiri. Curd is mikiri or dikiri. Mikiri is buffalo curd. Buttermilk is moru. Ghee is gitel in Sinhala. Ghee in English, gitel in Sinhala. Butter is vendaru in Sinhala. Exactly, the Sinhala word for butter is vendaru. Now don't go to the shop and mata vendaru tikak then. Don't ask like that, okay? Yeah. But we normally use the word butter today. We don't use the word vendaru, right? But vendaru is the word, the Sinhala word to call butter. Okay, right. So like I said, 5 tasty foods and 5 tasty foods, they are called pasgo rasa in Sinhala, okay? And eating beef was not popular. Yeah, because we did not raise cattle for meat. Unlike other countries they have cattle dedicated for meat. But in our country, because we did a lot of work with the cattle, we normally did not encourage that. Okay, because the cattle was so close to the farmer's life. So, like the farmers themselves did not want to eat beef. Yeah, it's normal, right? When you're so close to an animal in your work and everything, so it's very normal. Right. Then also, Pute, there were people who took care of these cattle. There were groups of people. Their job was to raise cattle. Okay. Now the farmer, Pute, for example, the farmers, they have to do their paddy fields, right? They have to work in their paddy fields. They have to cultivate their paddy fields, their channel lands and stuff like that. The farmers are busy. So they don't have time to put full time into raising these animals. Some farmers they raised animals but little small scale. But there were huge groups of animals or cattle like buffaloes bulls, cows, with another type of people or with another group of people. This group of people, we can call them in English cowherds or cowboys. Okay, cowboys or cowherds. Cowboys are the people who take the cows out and they, yeah, like that. Cowherds are basically people who are taking care of the cows, who grow the cows. And they lived in separate villages. Okay, even today you can see if you go to places like Anurad, Ampar, this area, or you go to Mahiyangane, this area, little, you have to go little, like little rural areas, okay, in the country. You still see villages like this, yeah, where cowherds live. Lot of cowherds, they live. Lot of cows or bulls and buffaloes can be seen in these villages. So in the ancient times, there were separate villages, or these cowherds with the cattle, they lived in separate villages, and those villages had a singular name also. They were called Gopalagam. Okay, Gopalagam means cowherd villages. I'm just underlining them so you can highlight them in your tute. Okay, yeah, right. And some cows were used to transport goods. Okay, some cows were used to transport goods. Some like bulls. Okay, cows are normally not used for this heavy work. Cows are mainly reared for milk because they are the female animals, right? But the bulls or ox uh, are used. Buffaloes are also used for heavy work, like not transport, but heavy work in the paddy fields are done by buffaloes. Okay, but the bulls or the ox, they are used mostly in transport. Okay, so they can be tied into a cart, and you can transport goods from that cart, right? Yes, and or if you don't have a cart, you can also tie the pack of goods on the back of the cow or on the back of the bull, and then you can use the bull for transport. So you don't have to carry it. You can use a few bulls to transport a lot of goods. Yes, okay. So the cows that were used in transportation, or the cattle, not cows normally are not used in transportation because they are female animals, right? But the cattle in general, like the bulls and ox, they were used in transportation, and we had another name to call them. Okay, so the cows, sorry, the cattle that were used in transportation were called galmeewun. Galmeewun. Okay, so galmeewun or galgon. Yeah, gona කියලා කියන්නේ the cattle or the bull, gona. So galgon means the karatte bandina guna, right? Like this what do you call the carts and all those cattle who pull the carts. Okay, galgon or galmeewun. Okay, right. Then it was also common to pack the bulls with goods on their back, a lot of goods on their back, right? So this is called the pack bull, right? So pack bull, goods on their back. So you have like 10 bulls with a lot of goods on their backs, and you can take them like together in a group. So you basically use that to transport a lot of goods from one place to another. So this is in Sinhala we call it Tavallamakil. Tavallama means a group of bulls, a pack bull, right? A pack of bulls with a lot of goods on their back. Okay. Tavalama in Sinhala we call it. Tavalame යනවා කියලා කියන්නේ people who go in that Tavalama. People who go with the pack of bulls. Okay. So pack bull is called Tavalama, right? Okay. Right. Then the small spelling mistake here. PO it should be. Okay. Yeah. You can correct it. So poultry farming was done for egg and meat, I told you already. And goats are used for milk and meat. We also discussed that already. Okay. So that's it for today. That's about animal husbandry. And let's see if you can remember a few words that we learned today. Yeah, ready? Are you ready? Yes. Okay. So what is the name for a pile of cut paddy like this? Pile of cut paddy. Now this is a big pile of cut paddy. Godak gahuwa කියන්නකෝ. What is the name for this? Pute? Anybody? Very good. Yes. Goyam kole. Very good. Goyam kole means this pile of cut paddy. And what is this area where paddy is threshed called? This flat area? Where you can bring the kamata. Very good. Yes. And what is the let's say tell me one method that was used to protect the paddy field from birds and insects. One method.
Top part of the coconut.
Okay. Yeah. Placing the top part of the coconut fronds. Polpiti කියලා කියන්නේ polpitte උඩ කෑල්ල, right? Like the big part. Polpiti හිටවනවා. Polpiti සිටවීම. Yeah, polpiti හිටවනවා. You place the top part of the coconut fronds here and there. Then lighting wicks with lighting wicks soaked in
oil like meal oil.
Yeah, oil like me oil. So you light it and then that smoke and then that smell will basically repel or chase the insects away. Okay, very good. Right. Then tell me 3 types of animals that were reared by people as part of animal husbandry.
Cows.
Okay, cattle means cows, buffaloes, bulls, everything. Okay, yeah. Cows. I didn't hear the other two.
Cows, buffaloes, goats, and poultry. And pigs.
Okay, so cows, buffaloes, everything we'll say cattle in one word. Okay, we'll say
Okay.
cattle means it includes buffaloes, cows, ox, everything.
Chicks.
And goats, pigs, poultry or chicken. Yes. So poultry means chicken, right? Mainly chicken. Then you also have the roosters, right? Like to breed the chicken and all, you need to have that. Okay, so yeah, all together, poultry, you can say. Okay, right. Very good. Tell me 3 types of products that were taken by cattle or cow milk. Milk, curd, buttermilk, anything else?
Ghee, butter.
Ghee, butter, very good. Yes, you got it. Okay, tell me the singular word for ghee. Gitel. This one you know already. What is the singular word for curd? Meekiri. The kiri is also used. Yeah. Meekiri is our favorite. This is kiri. What is the singular word for butter?
Vendor.
Vendaru. Okay. Yeah, vendaru. Right. You write it like this. Vendaru. Okay. Right. Very good. So we will continue the lesson with crafts work next week. Let's see now agriculture done. We spoke about chaina cultivation. We spoke about paddy field cultivation. We spoke about animal husbandry. That is agriculture. Next week, we will talk about what things people made. What are the materials they used? What people did with iron, what people did with copper, what people did with clay, what people did with gold, what kind of things that they made, crafts work. We will talk about that next week and we will move on. We'll try to finish the lesson next week. I hope we can. We will see. Sometimes I have to explain a little slowly, so that takes time, but no problem, no tension. I will see you next week. Until next time, take care. Bye bye. God bless you. Have a good night. See you all. See you all next week. Take care. God bless. Bye.
Bye, sir. God bless
See
you.
you there. Bye. Take care. Bye.